So moving from NTP, I'm now going to look with you at Syslog. So I mentioned to you that NTP is a network time protocol. It allows you to synchronize time in different devices. Before that, we talked about LLDP and CDP, which were the two discovery protocols. I have made a video for the start of the class for mine and Paul, so you could watch that to catch up. So Syslog now is the next thing about becoming a network manager. What Syslog does is another standard and protocol, and it allows you to send event messages across IP networks to event message collectors. So what supports Syslog? Routers, switches, servers, firewalls, everything in the Cisco family. And primary functions, why do we need this service? Gathering login information for monitoring and troubleshooting, to select the type of login information that is captured, and also specify where we send our captured Syslog messages. The Syslog protocol starts by sending system messages and debug output to a local logging process internal to the device. And it's really based on the device configuration, how it's managed. They can be sent across to an external server instead and put into various reports, which are much more useful than trawling through hundreds of lines of manual code and debug files. It's better you send it somewhere you can start analyzing it. Syslog messages may be sent to an internal buffer, and this is viewed only through the CLI, that's the command line interface of the device. Destinations for Syslog messages, where can it go? So we've got here's a device here, switch, sending out messages. Logging buffer, that's inside the router or switch. Only get that via the CLI. Console line, that's like your PuTTY or your telnet, and it will output into that. Terminal line, similar, your telnet connection. And a Syslog server, which is a bit more sophisticated, and it can do reporting services. There's a format of a Syslog message. These happen as a result of any network event. And there's a type of severity level and a facility level as well. So you can see here, emergency is level 0. That means your system is unusable. Alerts requires an immediate action, level 1. Critical, level 2. Error, level 3. Warning, level 4. Level 5, normal, but is a condition is there. Notification. Level 6, informational message, just for information only. Level 7 is debugging, which gets activated to just show more information as needed. So when you get a message like warning level, emergency level 0, okay, these kind of things are software or hardware malfunctions. That means your device functionality is affected. Level 5, normal events, things like interface up or down, restart messages are notifications. Level 6 doesn't really affect functionality, but it's things like a boot up sequence and this kind of accept the user agreement type thing. Level 7 is only done because of debug commands you yourself have put in. When you want to debug something and watch it line by line, like we did last week, or the week before that, that's what debug will show. Here's a format of a Syslog message on Cisco iOS. You have the following things: sequence number, timestamp, facility, severity, mnemonic, description. Here we have an example. A sample for an ether channel link. That's something you might learn in CCNA3 and 4. There's a link status change, and here's a timestamp that goes with it. The severity level is 3. Link is a facility, so facility is link, severity is 3, and the mnemonic, the word that goes with it, is up, down. And here's the explanation of those various fields and what they mean. Mnemonic is a string that describes the message. Description can show more information. There's a description there. That's very useful. See that mnemonic colon there? That's the same as that. So you try and look for those things, okay? Mnemonic. Followed by description.
And then you've got the time underneath.
Yeah.
Where's the sequence?
Good question. I mean, it's not there actually in this particular example. It's only if the service sequence numbers global config command is configured. It isn't in this case. Yeah. If it was configured, then every time you get a log message, you'll put a sequence number on it, so you can quickly look it up. All right. So by default, log messages are not time-stamped. They should be time-stamped. So when you get a message sent to the server, there's a record of when it happened. This is the notice, the date below once timestamp is activated. So you see here, conf t, usual, R1 config, service timestamps log date time. So now it's now being activated. Okay, so what's changed is, oh, it's not even showing it. No, not much good, is it really? Oh dear. Oh, there it is, in orange. There's your timer now. It's not there by default, and now it's there. It's your timestamp. Syslog server. So you must install Syslog on a PC, and it's a software you have to download and install. Let's have a little look for it. We'll hunt for Syslog software. For Linux or wherever it's available. Let's have a look. There you go, 6 free Syslog servers. Or something does. Find some freebies here. There's a few here. A little search there. Kiwi is doing it. That's what it looks like. SNMP Soft, Syslog Watcher, Hustler.
What is that Linux?
Splunk. Is that?
Linux course covers.
Our one.
Linux.
Cisco course.
No, Linux.
The Cisco one on the Academy. You want to look up? I would look up NetAcad actually. I mean, not something we're offering at the moment, but there's certainly interest in it.
There's a free one.
There's a freebie, yeah. It's under probably one of these. It should be there. There's one called Linux. It's somewhere. I've seen it before. It's a good course. Here it is. Linux Unhatched in Essentials, Beginners, Intermediate, and Advanced. And then more advanced.
Where we have to go?
I'll start with Beginners right there on Linux. Online self, I think it looks like it's free. Online self-paced. You just enroll onto it as a Cisco Academy student. Maybe someone could explore it for us. Anyhow, let me go back to where I was. So there's some examples of the software I showed you earlier on. Splunk Lite, the Dude. Okay, you've got to try and find out something that's appropriate, and there's various recommendations for those. Okay, so there's some software you install on that machine. That's like a network PC, which is like an IP address. So by default, the way it works is log messages are sent to the console. Example of it here. You type in the command show logging and it shows you what's going on. Console logging is on. How many messages were logged there? 32.
This is inside the server. We have
Yeah.
to configure it to work with packet tracing.
No, you download it, install it on a PC, give it an IP address, and then every machine has got to be set up to send stuff to that server, Syslog, to that central server. On your situation, in Packet Tracer, you do the same simulation. You already have Syslog on a machine running, and it will tell you which one that is, and you configure the client devices to talk to that server and get that message sent to it, yeah? So to show you some examples of what's coming on this Syslog message, where the message is going. So this line is showing you the router's default login to the console, it says here. Yeah. Second line is showing buffer logging. One down here showing you what messages are logged at the end of the output randomly. Just some random messages given there. So how do you send something to a Syslog server now? This is a useful skill to know. So what's happening here is we are setting up logging to go to an IP address 192.168.1.3, logging track 4 That number 4 is to do that severity level I discussed earlier. We'll see what that means in a minute. Logging source interface G00, interface loopback is your actual kind of logging on an interface. There's like a loopback interface there also being set, shut down, and then no shutdown, showing changes to that actually. Why do you think we're logging only trap 4? You'll get a lot of rubbish. So we're trying to get stuff that's severe, yeah? We want the important stuff to come to us. So what's happening here is only messages level 4 and lower will get sent to Syslog server. The source interface is the G00 interface. That's where we're going to call the source, where it's going to come from. The loopback is created, shut down, and brought back up. I think this has been shown to show you what's happening in the console output, what's the kind of commands coming out of this. So you can see with that kind of a change transition, it is being logged to the host on that particular occasion. That's the loopback being set, but the shutdown and no shutdown are not being sent to Syslog. They're on a different level. Can you see the kind of like the things there? Where that is shown by the numbers? Is that big enough? Trap level's 4, right? 3 is shown. Okay. 5 is not logged. 6 is logged for some reason because it's on the interface. Yes, that's because the interface. 5 is not logged. 5, 3, and that 5, 2 are not logged in that way. Only that line there is sent to the host. To verify Syslog, you have to show this command, show logging with a little pipe symbol, and you can include any text that you're looking for, like a search. So only show me the logging of change states up, and you get back all the up states there. Another example, show logging begin June 12. You can give a very specific time and see what happened on a certain time or date. That's being revealed there. Okay, now this one here, configuring Syslog and NTP, these are the 2 actual labs, whoops, that are the ones that are to do with your skills test. Configuring Syslog and NTP is necessary as a packet tracer, and this lab is a recommended lab to do that goes with it. Okay, I have printed those 2 out, by the way. So I'll go down and dash and go and grab them for you. If you can please start that one now. 17. Sorry?
What number?
Yeah, it's 10235. That top one there. 10235 is that one. I printed them both out. So I'll go and grab them now. Because we start a little bit later today, maybe can I suggest taking our break at maybe in 20 minutes, if you can handle that. Start this one off, take the break at 20 minutes, 7:40,